If a camera flash shows mist in your picture, don't shrug it off, because in some towns that's not fog. That's someone standing closer than you think. In Greystone, tourists loved photographing its moss-choked graveyards and decaying factories. But locals warned, never use flash at night. The mist that appeared wasn't natural, it was the photographer's mist. No one knew its origin. Some said it was a vengeful spirit of a war photographer who died in a chemical blast. Others believed it was the fog of souls trapped between shots of light. All agreed, if it touched you, you'd vanish from your own reflection. Lena, a travel vlogger, didn't care for local superstition. Creepy cells, she laughed, setting her tripod among broken headstones. Rain slicked her jacket, the graveyard quiet except for the click of her camera. Her first flash revealed curling tendrils of mist, faint but clinging to the edges of her frame. She wiped the lens. Nothing. Another flash. Closer this time, the mist forming the faint outline of a hand. Nervous now, she checked the display. Behind her, blurred faces pressed against the darkness. Dozens, their eyes pale, mouths stretched too wide. She spun, but nothing was there. Only silence. Then came the click. Not her cameras. Another. Deeper. Heavier. A flash burst across the graveyard, blinding her. The air turned damp, suffocating, filled with white vapor. Shadows moved within it, jerky, like people drowning. One form pulled forward. A tall figure with a camera fused to its face. The lens cracked like an open eye. Metal fingers clicked its shutter again, and the mist surged forward, wrapping around Lena's throat. She screamed, thrashing, but every flash stole something from her. First her shadow vanished, then her reflection in the tombstone's sheen. Her camera toppled, still recording as the fog consumed her. The last thing visible was her body being dragged into the mist, face stretching unnaturally as though sucked into the lens itself. By morning, her equipment was found intact. Only the footage remained, a dozen blurred figures smiling behind her, and at the end, her own face staring back through the mist, eyes pale, mouth open as if begging to be released. Since then, tourists still flock to Greystone. They still take photos, and every few months, a visitor goes missing, their camera found full of misty pictures, each one sharper, clearer, until the last photo looks less like fog and more like them.